To those of you who follow my Twitter page, you should know that just recently I finished the Twisted Ones. Really good book. I thought that The Silver Eyes was better, but they're both really good books. But when I had finished it, a very important question popped into my mind. So, spoiler alert. If you haven't read the book all the way through, this is going to spoil the ending. And several other pieces throughout the book, and some stuff in Silver Eyes as well. This is your spoiler warning. These are amazing books. Go read them. Don't let me spoil it for you. Leave now. Seriously, leave if you haven't read the books yourself. So my question was, can you survive a Springlock suit? And to those of you who have read the book all the way through, you should know that the reason I'm asking that is because could Charlie have survived a Springlock suit like we think she died to at the end of the book? And to that, I say yes, and here's why. Firstly, William Afton survived a Springlock suit. In the first book, in The Silver Eyes, we can see he shows off his wounds, and they're the same wounds that you would get from a Springlock suit. Charlie is familiar with them. And it's not just like a little notch on the arm, it's all over his body. So he could have lived, and he did live. Not to mention, you need to understand, William Afton is much older than Charlie is. Like, in the Sammy incident, where William Afton took Sammy away right in front of Charlie's eyes, he's an adult at that point, and Charlie's a toddler. So, if I were to take a guess, he's like mid-20s, early 30s. At the youngest. Then go like 16 years later, where Charlie is starting to become 18, 19 sort of thing. 20? No, I think just 18, 19. So Charlie is in a better condition, because we don't really know when Afton's Springlock incident happened, but if it is past the age of 18, 19, then that could mean that Charlie is in better shape to survive a Springlock attack just because she's younger. Secondly, I would like to bring to your attention the following quote. She drew her knees up to her chest, trying to make herself smaller, page 282. Putting her knees up to her chest. The reason this is important is because that chest, those knees to her chest, could give her some protection towards her vital organs. Not much, but still enough that it could let her survive a little bit longer. And yet another quote that I want to bring to your attention is John saying on page 283, "Can we get her out through the neck?" You need to remember, a lot of Twisted Freddy is gone at this point. He's just endoskeleton. His legs are gone. One of his arms is gone, and later on his head is gone. All that's really left Springlock-wise is his torso. So that means that Charlie is more compressed into this one area, which means there's more surface area for the Springlocks to attack, but they won't do it as efficiently. See what I mean? With that being said, there are some things that Charlie went through that Afton did not go through that might lead to her demise. One of those being the rubble. The building falls on top of her. However, the spring locks have already gone off, so we don't need to worry about them triggering. So depending on how much rubble actually fell on her, maybe it gave her some cushion. Could she have survived the rubble? She survived in a Springlock suit for God knows how long. You need to take that into account. Charlie went unconscious, and then she wakes up underground in the Twisted Freddy suit. How long do you think she was underground? If she can survive underground in a Springlock suit, why can't she survive in rubble in a Springlock suit? Not to mention, there is, medical personnel on the premises that could come to find her and save her. They're not going to leave her behind. Even if they think she's going to die, they're going to want to get a body. They're not just going to leave her back there. For all we know, she could have been in the hospital and recovering at the end of the book in the diner. She wasn't in the diner, she was in a hospital. I'm recovering in a diner, don't worry everyone, I'm fine. So yeah, that is my reasoning as to why I think that Charlie will survive. However, I do want to go further from that and ask, what will happen in the next book? Because we do know that there is going to be another book. Scott said, I don't want to keep you guys on a cliffhanger. Which is exactly what happened in the Twisted ones. I would disagree on that, but he did say that it was a cliffhanger and that he didn't want to leave it on that. So, another book? Maybe. Who knows? Probably. So I think that there are two outcomes. One, which is more the cliche one, is John and all of them try to find Springtrap and try to avenge Charlie, pretty much. I doubt it. I feel like Scott is an evil mastermind, and he'll come up with something a little bit more clever than that, like option 2. So, I think that it will kind of merge with they're all trying to find Springtrap, but Charlie, who is alive, is trying to get her way back into society. However, Springtrap might have kidnapped her or held her hostage or something along those lines, trying to lure the rest of them in. To kill them? Question mark? Because he wants revenge too, to an extent. They did kind of shoot him and shove a spike through his torso. So, yeah. I don't know. This is all just rumor and speculation. Well, not really rumor, but it's speculation and theorizing. So, it could be very much wrong. Leave a comment saying what you think. I think Charlie survived. What do you think? Other than that, thank you all for watching. It's Papa Cat 9, signing out. Bye-bye.